Cool. Maybe later, though. Yep, definitely later, because there's homestead missions. Back to Norris. Let's go see what Norris is up to. But yep, we can now head to New York. But actually, I don't believe we're going to be staying in New York for long. Because once I go to New York to do some, to do the next missions, we end up finishing out the sequence in a different location, and we don't go back to New York for a long time. So I'm also going to just do this homestead mission now, because I know we're getting close. I think we're close to finishing up Morris and Miriam's is it Morris or Norris? I said Morris, right? Norris. I don't know why I said Morris. I'm tired. Now, I should probably fix the type. I feel like I wrote Norris on one of the descriptions of the parts. I'll fix it later. Knowing me, I did. Or maybe I didn't, and I'm smart. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired. I should have recorded this hours ago, but I keep forgetting. I kept forgetting. I kept putting it off for different tasks. I was like, oh, I gotta record footage for the Metroid Prime review. Oh no, I gotta record. It's like, oh no, I gotta record my commentary for Persona 3 Reload. No, I gotta clean my closet out for something that I'm not doing for like another month and a half. I don't know why I'm putting this game off for recording purposes. I genuinely don't know why I'm doing that. I love this game, I really do. But then again, it's an Assassin's Creed game, so once you start getting into it, it takes a while.
Hello?
But also, I've just kind of... It's hard to do an Assassin's Creed Let's Play and not get into the current state of Assassin's Creed.
I want to build her a new knife of steel I make special. I know where to get iron, but the mine belongs to the English.
Will it take long to gather?
No. A couple of blasts and I will have what I need. I just need you to stand watch. I will wait for you at the mine. It's not far, just off the property.
But, like, you know, it's hard to get into those kind of tangents in the Assassin's Creed series. Where, you know, I'm saying, oh, well, you know, let's talk about the current state of Assassin's Creed. Because, you know, it's one of those things that everyone universally knows. It's not great. Or at least the fandom isn't thinking it's great. You know, I haven't played Shadows, and I honestly don't have really any intention to, because from what at least I'm not paying. I don't think I'm paying full price for that game. Either A, I'm gonna get that as a gift from somebody, or B, I'm just waiting for it to go on sale for like really like dirt cheap. Because I don't think I would spend over $40 for Shadows, judging from what I've seen about it. I have no idea what it plays like and stuff like that. I watched a few videos about it, but they were all like the same shit, in all honesty. Like it was them making fun of the voice acting of one of the merchants, which I could kind of get past the merchant sounding like that, considering that, you know, it's an NPC character that they didn't feel like. Ooh. Nice. Anyway, what was I saying? You know, I can understand the merchant voice actor being bad because, you know, it's just a merchant. It's not. But if it's like a main character's voice, I get a little concerned. Like, that's when I kind of would not want to play the game, because to me, that shows the developers didn't even try. But then again, I did hear that there was a scene that was pretty bad for one of the main characters. But, like, I don't care about the fact that one of the main characters is black. I don't care about that shit. The only thing I really care about is if the fact the game is good at all, if the game is any good. And so far, what I've seen, you know, besides, you know, IGN or GameSpot saying it's good, is that it's mediocre and just overall really boring and not fun to play but I also haven't been playing Assassin's Creed games like I haven't played the newer games. I stopped playing after Origins. No, that's a lie. I played a little bit of Odyssey and Valhalla. I don't recall ever beating either of those two. And I played a little bit of Mirage. Oh shit, that's a bear. I'm gonna fight it. Suck it, Miriam. I'm just gonna keep mentioning that. Norse is going out of his way to make Miriam a fucking knife. Why doesn't he get me nice things? I'm the one who could kill bears with his bare hands. And cougars. But no, get Miriam the flowers. Get Miriam the new knife. Jerk. Anyway, back to Assassin's Creed Shadows and bitching about them. But I played Mirage. Like, I think I played like the first hour and like a half. No, I played a little bit longer than that. I know I got past the... Oh, wolves. But 3 of them. And just keep giving me wolf pelts, guys. Luckily, since I think I'm next to all 3 of them, Connor will just skin all 3 of them. Never mind.
Yama.
And yes, I do have to mention, you need to make sure you skin all of the animals you kill. Otherwise, it will eventually lead to desynchronization. So keep that in mind when you're running around the frontier. Is that if you kill an animal even by accident, and you don't skin it right after, like you walk away from it, you will end up desynchronized. Desynchronized. Now it's the same thing for killing civilians in the game. It gives you a bit of a warning. Like I think the first time it's like Connor skinned every single animal that he killed. And then, like, the second time, it will say, hey, we told you once, one more time, and we're going to desynchronize you. And then the third time is the desynchronization, so be careful about that. The only reason I know that is because I accidentally ran away from an animal that I killed. Because I think I was trying to run away from... I was trying to run away from something else, I think. But I don't remember why I ran away from an animal I killed. I'm going to have like a lot of wolf pelts and fangs by the end of this Let's Play, I feel. But, whatever. But I haven't bought Shadows. I think the only thing I have exposure with Shadows besides people saying it's bad or whatever is I did watch, I don't know what it was called. It was like a video, they did like a whole gameplay overview for Shadows, like the month before it came out. And I watched through it, and I thought it was, like, it looked good. I thought it looked good. But then, like, they were mostly focused on, like, the combat and stuff like that. And I was just like, yeah, you know, it's great and all, but, like, what about world exploration or characters and, you know, the stuff a lot of people are in the Assassin's Creed series for? You know, is the world actually interesting to explore? Is, you know, the point in the story somewhat decent? I don't know if I'm gonna... Okay, good. I wasn't sure if I was gonna get desynchronized for that. You know, is it more in line with the original Assassin's Creed games? Because that's what people have been kind of wanting for the past few years now, is for them to go back to the original style that Assassin's Creed had. You know, not this RPG shit. You know, I don't mind the RPGs. You know, I know people say, look, that's not Assassin's Creed. It's not the same as, you know, Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and 3 and all that shit. Like, I get that. But, you know, but I kind of do wonder if they ever do intend on going back to the Assassin's Creed, like the original formula that Assassin's Creed had. But something in me tells me, no, they don't plan on it because, you know, Mirage, if I remember right... Oh, I'm here early. I don't need to be in Valley Forge yet. But Mirage, from what I remember playing, was like a step in the right direction for going back to Assassin's Creed's roots. But I remember saying, yeah, this isn't exactly the same. And I get that, you know, structuring your games exactly the same no matter what, you know, no matter even if you're just doing you know, for your entire series, it's going to inevitably cause some burnout. You know, especially if it's a long-spanning franchise like Assassin's Creed. And I think that's the other issue that people are that everyone is suffering from is I think everyone's just straight up sick of Assassin's Creed because I think it's the only I think that's Ubisoft's one of I think Ubisoft is only doing Assassin's Creed games lately. They haven't I can't even recall the last Far Cry game that came out that people were talking about all the time. Like, I think I remember what was it called? Far Cry Prime or Far Cry 6 came out, and Giancarlo Esposito was in it.
I need to prepare some explosive. My guess is the bang will bring some unhappy English.
No doubt. I had best prepare some things myself.
Looks like you have a little time.
All right, so for this, we actually do have a chance of desynchronization here. We have to defend Norris.
Sacre Dieu! I think they are coming! Somebody's in our mine! Careful.
All right. Thank you. I'm just gonna loot their corpses while I wait. At least the ones that are nearby. But I understand them not wanting to stick with the original formula for the Assassin's Creed series, because that will inevitably cause burnout. That's usually... I mean, but then again, there are some franchises that are long-spanning that have kept the same formula. Mario's a huge example of that shit. You know, you run, jump, and... But, like, they always have some sort of variety in terms of some of Mario's abilities. And honestly, that's kind of what Assassin's Creed needs to start doing, is they just need to find something that makes that character unique, make that their, you know, primary thing. You know, Eagle Vision was a good example of that back in, you know, everyone had a different form of Eagle Vision. That could be their, you know, your thing for them. Or their combat style is completely different. Hell, Assassin's Creed Syndicate would have been really good if they utilized Jacob and Evie as twins more than they did. You know, I would have... When I first heard of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, I remember, you know, thinking, oh shit, does that mean we're going to be playing as two assassins at once? No, unfortunately, that didn't. Because you played as them separately, and you just switched between whichever assassin you wanted to play at at the time. You know, it's better than, you know, not doing that at all. You know, not having the ability to switch. But what I would have liked was to have been able to switch, you know, play as both of them, you know, in combat sections at the same time, similar to like playing as, you know, Batman and Nightwing in combat sections for Arkham Knight. You know, that would have been a really cool gimmick where, you know, you're not controlling both of them at the same time consistently. Like, you could switch between them whatever you wanted, and every mission took place with them. But no, they decided to not do that. Alright, this should be the last time. I believe this game's I believe this does the rule of threes.
I think they are coming.
Yeah, I see him. God, he keeps bitch smacking me. See it. Oh, they had to censor that one. They were like, oh, whoa, you don't want to see that one.
Got everything. Time to go.
Cool. Raw materials. Full synchronization, too. Well, we get full synchronization no matter what. I should probably get the hell out of here. Ah, Homestead mission. Homestead mission! I do like doing the Homestead missions, though. They are my favorite type of missions, and they are my favorite side content in the game. But I mean, I'm trying to think of like other things that, you know, at Assassin's Creed Revelations, they had the hook blade. That was a really cool gimmick that I wish they utilized a little bit more, but they didn't. The Assassin's Creed Brotherhood introduced assassin recruits, which was really cool. Assassin's Creed 2 introduced double hidden blades, which was really good. You know, it doesn't have to be like major innovations in the game. You know, like every like Assassin's Creed 1 and like you don't have to do major innovations in every single fucking game. You don't have to do that. You know, you just take what worked in the previous games, see what worked, and expand on it if you want to. If it's, you know, people are saying that maybe you could have done this instead. Or if, you know, you want to keep it one game only, you don't have to, you know, you can, if you want to keep it one game only, that's fine too. But you can also just expand on that ability if you want to, especially if it's a gimmick that hasn't really been brought back since Assassin's Creed Revelations. I mean, I'm thinking of Syndicate again. The grapple hook idea was cool. Again, though, it really just made parkour trivial. Unity was only failed because it had a horrible, horrible launch. But, you know, going back to actually play it, you know, nowadays, post Unity, you know, so it's phenomenal. It's a pretty good game, actually. You know, yeah, it's still unstable in certain places. Like, I did run into a few bugs when I first played it. But I still had a good time. I still enjoyed it. Though, and, you know, I did enjoy the new free running system with the free run up and free run down mechanics. But then, you know, you have such a major... I didn't mean to do deer. I don't care about deer. Oh, deer, I don't care. What was I saying? But, like, you go from, you know, Unity, Syndicate, you know, you go from Syndicate to fucking Origins, which is the RPG style, and it's a huge shift with no, you know, no in between, and as a result, your older fans who are used to the old style now feel alienated because they can't, you know, because they're playing a whole different game than they're used to. It's the equivalent of, you know, playing a modern Sonic game. You know, it's the equivalent of the transition between Sonic, you know, Sonic Generations to fucking Sonic Lost World. You lose the boost button, and, you know, as a result, people look down on it because they're not used to not having a boost button in a modern Sonic game, because the previous few games, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, and Sonic Generations, all had boost buttons. And then Sonic Lost World wants to be different, and they instead get rid of the boost button and replace it with the run button. And then you have fucking Sonic Boom change everything out of nowhere, which, you know, Sonic Boom was clear that it was going to be something completely different anyway, so that wasn't the problem. I mean, hell, I'm pretty sure, I mean, there's still the whole debate of which era of Sonic is better, Boost era Sonic or Adventure era Sonic. You know, you got the diehard people who say Sonic Adventure, Adventure 2, Heroes, and 06 are the better Sonic games than the Boost formula games. But then, you know, you got the people who are on the Boost formula side, who say the Boost formula is the best of the series. Me, I'm not going to tell you. Me, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to start that fight.
Did you really think we wouldn't come looking
Oh. A citizen is in trouble as soon as I can climb this fucking wall.
Call yourself a soldier?
Oh.
Deserter!
Halt! Leave that man alone! Whoa, what's with the... Whoa, what the hell happened? What was that glitch about? Did I do something wrong? Desynchronize. You weren't supposed to save that guy. That's not your Homestead mission.
I have him!
Damn! Ah, you cut off my hand!
Nothing that won't mend. Thank you, stranger.
What were they doing?
This lot was dragging me through the countryside trying to make an example of a deserter. Sorry now, who are you?
Connor. A deserter, you say?
Don't much agree with the fight, and I love this country. So there you have it. The name's David Walston. My friends call me Big Dave. Might I ask where you live so I could repay the debt when I'm able? It might take us a while. Us smithies don't earn much coin these days.
Our community is not far from here, and we certainly could use the services of a smith. Would you consider plying your trade there?
Well, would make repaying you a spot easier? Huh, I just might.
Alright, cool. So now, we have a smith. We have a blacksmith. Where's the blacksmith? It's been a while since I've heard that joke from Markiplier. Then again, there's a lot of memes from Markiplier that I'm pretty sure are just dead now because of... You know, Markiplier is a interesting creature where I feel like every year he has a new meme pop up that replaces an old one. Like, I always feel that. Like, I feel like every year he gets something else that replaces... You know, that's good on him, but it's just funny. Then again, sometimes, you know, the new meme is just something from, like, 4 years ago. Like, the Bite of 87 shit. That was, like, from Five Nights at Freddy's 4, which is... I don't know why that's so... I don't know why I like that joke. Or one joke or one meme I keep seeing is the one where he's talking about how the first night in Five Nights at Freddy games tend not to be that bad. And he dies immediately after saying that, which is... Like, I saw one where it was the friggin' Old Spice ad right when Chica jump scares him. I haven't watched The Secret of the Mimic playthrough all the way through. I need to do that. Then again, I need to catch up on Five Nights at Freddy's a little bit. I've been watching game theories and shit like that, but I think I'm at the point where I think I'm way behind because like I feel like I missed a few steps in certain places, and maybe it's just because you know, I don't actually play the games. I just sort of watch game theory whenever they pop up. And I sometimes miss stuff because I just don't pay attention. You know, I keep it on the background, but I don't actively listen to it. I need to actually listen to it someday. I guess we're heading to New York. I believe, by the way, if you try to head to New York early, the game won't let you in. Like, the game will say, yeah, you're not allowed here. Get out. Yeah, you're desynchronized. Get out. Yeah, no. Bad Connor. It's like it's fucking the Animus sprays a spray bottle on Desmond whenever he goes the wrong way in the Animus. Like, no, bad Desmond. I'm gonna do this first though while I'm here. One, two. Oh, these trees suck. No, I had the right idea. No, go! Ah! In all honesty, doing the synchronization points in the Frontier sucks. There we go. I got scared when I saw the jump prompt. Okay, I gotta do that. There we go. Okay, there we go. I do not want to press the wrong button. I have done that where I pressed the wrong button and ended up killing myself because I got so close to the synchronization point. There's no reason to do this now. I'm just doing it because, you know, it's right here. It'll help. Alright, where's the... There we go. Sometimes I also press the wrong direction on the leap of faith and end up killing myself even more. That's usually what kills me with viewpoints sometimes. Or I can't find the thing and I just pray. I just hold a direction on the analog stick and pray. Hey, which one are you? Penny, what are you doing? Quit trying to get in the closet. There's nothing in there for you. I don't know where you were.